Roman Reigns is still the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, defeating Logan Paul in the main event of WWE Crown Jewel this evening in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. And the biggest story coming out of this evening's Crown Jewel Premium Live event is that the Tribal Chief is still the head of the table. He is still the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Whilst a lot of people are going to be talking about the impressive and absolutely astonishing performance of Logan Paul in just his third ever professional wrestling match, Roman Reigns is still the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Let's get straight into this one. It was the main event of the show, and my goodness, how impressive was Logan Paul in this match. It was absolutely amazing to be seen, and one of Logan Paul's celebrity brethren made a big run-in spot to support his older brother in the main event of Crown Jewel. Now, Logan Paul was going into the match touting he only needed one lucky punch to take on Roman Reigns. Their Crown Jewel WWE battle was a star maker, certainly, for the viral sensation. Logan Paul, of course, is famous enough without WWE, but he surely made at least a few new fans tonight during his amazing, spectacular performance against the Tribal Chief in the main event of the Premium Live event, showing off his abilities beyond that which would be expected to him to possess in just his third ever professional wrestling match. Logan Paul gave fans several moments of wonder, and certainly moments and memories that those watching in attendance in Riyadh and those watching around the world will never forget. But the question going into the match really was this: could Logan Paul land that one lucky shot? Could really Logan Paul be the guy to defeat Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns hasn't been pinned since December of 2019. He's been the Universal Champion since the late summer of August of 2020. He won it at Payback in 2020. Could Logan Paul be the person to end the title reign of Roman Reigns? Now, the match had a bit of everything. There was this fantastic bit of storytelling where Roman would put Paul in a submission hold, reminding him and the WWE Universe via the camera that Reigns had this match under control. But yet, Paul would continue to fight back at several points in the match. And the match, quite frankly, was far more competitive than most people would expect. Logan Paul showed off his impressive flight abilities, bouncing around all over the ring. He hit a blockbuster from the middle rope. He hit several frog splashes, back elbows, submission holds, even a Superman punch of his own, and even a big body slam on the Tribal Chief. Wade Barrett, who was on commentary with Michael Cole for the event, said, quote, "This is the best three-match wrestler I have ever seen in my life, and it's not even close." Now, after multiple near falls, bedlam broke out at ringside as the Usos, the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, came to the aid of their Tribal Chief, but they were then confronted by Logan Paul's younger brother, boxing star and social media sensation himself, Jake Paul. He made an entrance, including graphics and music, making his WWE on TV debut, seemingly hyping up a possible future match for Jake Paul inside of a WWE squared circle. While Paul supported his older brother Logan to neutralize the Usos, out came Solo Sikoa, the former NXT North American champion, who confronted Jake Paul. This then led to officials, referees running down to the ringside area to break up a possible altercation between Jake Paul and Solo Sikoa. Then on top of this, Logan Paul then dived out of the ring, out over the top rope onto the Usos at ringside that were sneaking up behind Jake Paul to try and attack him during this whole bedlam. But this then left Roman Reigns with the opportunity to land a Superman punch and then followed that up with a spear to take out Logan Paul and retain his undisputed WWE Universal Championship in an absolutely fantastic and memorable main event there in Riyadh. As I mentioned, it was absolutely fantastic, and Logan hung with the Tribal Chief right to the end, in fact even taking him down with his one lucky punch, which Reigns, thankfully to some people, kicked out of. But really what's got a lot of people talking, and certainly this is going viral at this point, and even during the match people said this is going to go viral, Logan also brought out one of his old tricks out of his hat. We saw this at SummerSlam earlier this year when Logan Paul had his match against The Miz, because Logan Paul hit Roman Reigns with a frog splash off the top rope through an announce table on the outside. However, this time it was a little bit different. It was just as impressive as it was when he did it to The Miz at SummerSlam, but this time Logan Paul Paul held onto a camera phone during the move, recording his point of view of the impressive move. It's an absolutely spectacular video to see. So we were all waiting, when is this video going to be uploaded to social media? Well, the footage from Logan's phone has finally been uploaded to Twitter via his social media account, his Twitter account. Let's get a closer look at the perspective of Logan Paul when he frog splashed Roman Reigns from the top rope through the announce table at ringside.
Saudi, this is what you wanted. You're going viral, Roman. Saudi, this is what you wanted. You're going viral, Roman.
I had to play it twice because it's absolutely spectacular. It really is. That's an absolutely unbelievable video. And on top of that, Logan Paul also made a really spectacular entrance ahead of his massive undisputed WWE Championship match. Arriving in style, Logan Paul actually took to Instagram Live to share a perspective of the massive entrance. With big pyrotechnics and the fans going wild, there were over 75,000 viewers on Instagram Live by the time Paul was actually walking to the ring. Not to be outdone though, the Tribal Chief made his own giant entrance with special counsel Paul Heyman at his side. The match, as I mentioned, certainly stole the show and was absolutely fantastic. What also a lot of people are talking about when it comes to this at Crown Jewel during the match wasn't just the moves, wasn't just the finish, wasn't just Jake Paul arriving, but also Roman Reigns actually called out some other social media superstars. Reigns may not have really known who Logan Paul was before he came to WWE, but it appears he took some time out of his schedule or certainly consulted with some younger people regarding other popular internet celebrities. During one exchange with Paul, Reigns called out both KSI and Mr. Beast, so if either one of them wants to get a piece of the Tribal Chief, he is apparently ready to defend. Well, and again, Reigns did defend his undisputed Universal Championship, but certainly whilst he was doing it, was calling out other YouTubers. And this call out has actually led to a response. He noted that Paul would be the last YouTuber coming into his house, as I mentioned, pulling out names such as KSI and Mr. Beast. But KSI has responded, posting the clip to Twitter and tagging Mr. Beast himself, as well as writing, quotes, "Romans wants that smoke, lol, Mr. Beast." So there's no word yet from Mr. Beast if he's going to be doing anything. I don't know if we're going to see KSI inside of a WWE ring anytime soon. But certainly, look, I went into more depth about this on the post-show reaction. I thought it absolutely delivered. I really think it did. I think Logan Paul, whether you like him or not, whether you like, his social media presence, whether you can't stand the Paul family, whatever, even the same with Jake Paul. I did think Jake Paul looked actually quite out of place. His punches he did to the Usos were terrible, but nobody in a million years should be as good as Logan Paul was in this match. It's his third match, and I understand, it was probably heavily choreographed, and I understand it might have been heavily rehearsed, and he's been training with Shawn Michaels, and he's been training non-stop, but to be able to be in a main event pay-per-view match and deliver, that's the key thing here. It's not just being in the match, and it's not just doing the moves, but deliver. And you looked at him, and you would have thought this guy's been wrestling minimum for a couple of years, because the way that he was selling, it's not. And this is the finer details of pro wrestling. This is what was so impressive about it. It's one thing to go out there and again, do the moves that you've been choreographed and you've been rehearsing, and and I'm sure he's worked with Roman Reigns for weeks and weeks and weeks in the build up to this. It's another thing to be able to sell. It's another thing to be able to vocalize. It's another thing to be, but again, showing the pain and showing the struggle and showing the fight. That's the real impressive thing to me. The psychology I thought was there, and Roman Reigns, I think, again, also deserves a huge amount of credit, because I think Roman Reigns certainly, you can see it in the picture that right there we've got on the screen. Roman Reigns sold the fact that Logan Paul was much closer than he thought he was going to be to winning the championship. Roman Reigns sells the fact, Logan Paul, wow, I took this guy a little bit lightly, and this guy is no joke. What does it mean for Logan Paul going forward in WWE? He's not going to have another match against Roman Reigns. Where I think this is going, clearly, in my opinion, is we are going to see the Paul brothers, I think, versus the Usos at some point in the future. I think we're going to see Jake and Logan Paul going off against the Usos for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships, and I actually think they might be the guys to break and end the historic tag team title reign of the Usos. It's far less blasphemous than ending the undisputed WWE Universal Championship reign. So I think that's a possibility. Whether it is or isn't, we'll have to wait and see. But again, I think Logan Paul deserves a huge amount of credit for what was a spectacular performance. So there you go, guys. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Let me know your thoughts on this amazing pay-per-view main event, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.